Welcome to the Inner Circle. I'm Elora Tran, and this is an intimate conversation series with millionaires and billionaires who move the world, not just about how they build their wealth, but about who they had to become because of it. Because money amplifies what you've always been. This is the Inner Circle. Let's begin. Welcome to the Inner Circle. I'm Elora Tran. Today we're here with Ryan Beckmann. He's the founder of Hero Picks and The Last Save, and he's going to introduce himself. Today's topic will be about community fundraising and wealth.
Wow. Well, thank you. Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here. Introduce myself. I always struggle with these. When we start talking, I'll be good. But I always struggle with this. My name's Ryan. I currently am very passionate and active with my two latest projects, which are The Last Save and Hero Picks. Last Save is my nonprofit. It helps people that are suffering with mental health and addiction and their families. We sponsor people to try to get into sober livings that can't afford it. We don't want money to be a barrier for them to continue their recovery. We also pay their utility bills, grocery bills, gas bills, things like that to help them transition easier. And then Hero Picks is a brand new app that we soft launched. We actually haven't even launched the full app yet, less than a month ago. And that app is definitely innovative and one of one. We tried to gamify fundraising, or gamify giving. And so we launched it as a soft launch less than 30 days ago. We've had to turn it off as far as taking new clients because we have too many. We have not advertised. Yeah, right. I've done a lot of different things in business, and I've never had something that sells itself so easily. So we're working with like Tunnels to Towers, Movember, the men's health charity, Green Beret Foundation, and Fox Force.
That's incredible.
Merging Vets and Players. Countless amazing charities. But I don't have the infrastructure. So we've stopped, and the actual app launches in 2 weeks. So,
oh my gosh.
Exciting stuff.
It seems like it's organically growing. It's a good trend to, the people are really demanding it before you even launch.
Yeah, it's, I learned with that space, so to backtrack a little bit, I'll tell you, how I got into it was last May, or last June, actually it was about this time, me and a friend of mine, Eddie Lack, he's an NHL, or used to be an NHL goalie, local guy here now from Sweden. We had this idea to put on this hockey event to raise money for charity. And within 3 weeks, we sold out a rink in Arizona on a Tuesday night with Game 6 of Stanley Cup playoffs on. People were paying money to come to this event.
Right.
Totally random. So we still do that. I have 12 of those coming this summer. But through that, I started my nonprofit. And through that experience, I learned that it is really hard to raise money. It is... There's so many amazing charities, and I feel like mine is too, right? But I'm unless you have famous people pushing it, or this incredible cause, like Tunnels to Towers, which is 9/11 based, it's really hard. I mean, you have your hand out, and everyone does.
Yes.
And you can only go to your friends and family so many times, hey, can I get $20 for my cause, right? Or your friends that are, that are active donors, but even that, you can only
very
go
limited
to...
reach.
Yes, exactly. Right. So I was sitting there, and I'm after we did these events in the fall, I went, man, how do we get money? I have all these people asking me for help, and I want to help them, and I'm limited. I can only keep spending so much of my own money. So how do we change that? And so I just woke up one day, and I was like, man, what if we made it kind of like betting, but not betting? So at the core of it, what Hero Picks is I think the easiest way to explain it is, like I said, we gamify it. But if you had an event, we'll take any sporting event, we'll take a basketball game. And so if you wanted to participate, we would have a cause that's attached to this basketball game, and you would say, I'm going to donate $20. With those $20, you get 20 hero tokens.
Okay.
You take the hero tokens, and there's a series of questions you predict, who's going to win the game, who will score the most points, all the things. The more questions you get right, combined with your hero tokens, gives you extra hero tokens. So say each question gives you 100, so it's 20 times 100. Every hero tokens is then an entry into a sweepstakes, which the more entries you have, the higher chance you have to win. And then we enlist people like athletes, creators, musicians, actors in our network to donate prizes. So FaceTimes, one-on-one meet and greets, signed jerseys, season tickets, all that stuff. So it's created this really unique way where you don't just give your money, you get to participate with these people and potentially win something, right? So it's not just a give, you get something back in return. And through social media, these athletes shine a light on these causes that otherwise people would never hear about. So it kind of creates, it's like a FanDuel. It looks like FanDuel.
Yeah.
The app will be very sports betty look, but it's not. It's a sweepstakes, and you can enter for free too. But yeah, we launched it with a good friend of mine, Nick Lavery. So Nick is the only above the knee amputee to ever return to Special Forces. So he's 6'8" Green Beret. Yeah, very unique individual.
Big guy.
Yeah, big guy with one leg.
Oh my gosh.
And so they wanted to raise money for the 82nd anniversary of the 82nd Airborne landing in Normandy, which is on June 6th this year. And his wife has the only female-only nonprofit supporting veterans and first responders.
Amazing.
So we created a competition who could raise more money between him and his wife, the Green Beret Foundation, and that through our app. And that just kind of went through the circles. Through that, all these charities were like, what is this? And then they started reaching out, and I'm like, yeah, sure, we'll do it. And I'm like, okay, slow down. We have too many now. But that's how that all came to fruition. So
that's incredible.
Yeah.
So let's wind back into before all of this, before the nonprofit, before Hero Picks. Like, what was the root of this passion? Yeah.
How did I get in this space?
How did you get into this space?
Okay. Yeah. So I have created a bunch of different things throughout the years. I'm one of those people, we talked about this before. I'm one of those people, I can't drink or do drugs. You would not want me on this podcast if I was, or I probably wouldn't show up. So through that my experience has been one rooted in trauma, addiction, but through that, I was always a high performer. Like I could become addicted to work very easily, to creating things. So I started RV dealerships in town, was one of my things, 3 of the biggest ones west of the Mississippi, 140 under 40 in that industry at the age of like 33. And that was actually the year I lost everything. So I lost everything in addiction, became homeless.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
No? Oh, yeah. Yeah, so I was homeless as a kid and then homeless as an adult. And yeah, so I lost everything, ended up on the streets again, got my life back together, got a very great corporate job, did that again. So twice, not homeless, but lost everything 2 or 3 times. And this last time, getting sober, I was like, went right back to the same thing. I made an app in the RV space that was like going really well. And I'm like, what am I doing? Like, why am I'm just repeating this same cycle where I don't feel like I have any meaning or purpose in life other than money. And money came always very easily to me. It always has.
You have the skill to keep duplicating and creating again.
But it never filled me. Like I had this hole in me. And that was from, we'll get, I have no problem talking about this. But so my story is, my full story is, I was a sexual abuse victim. So from the age of 5 to 7, it happened almost daily. And so my first memories are of that in life. Like that was how my life started. In my mind, it's not, but that's how my life started. And so I've always felt like there's like this hole, like, and I say it, a God-sized hole, and I tried to fill everything in it but God. And for me, God is giving. God is like fundraising. God is being of service to others. And so I was fine. I was sober, but I was still kind of like, man, I just don't feel right. Like I'm just like always struggling. Life's amazing. Everything's good. But I'm like, why do I not feel right? And I learned through that process. I was at an AA meeting, and not everyone's familiar with them, but so they give you a ticket at certain meetings and like you tell a little bit about a topic. And I never speak at them. Like at this point, I never speak at them. I'm like, I hate it. I get sweaty. I'm like, I don't want to do this. And my ticket gets called. And every other time I'm like, my name's Ryan, I'll just pass. And for some reason that time I just blurted out my story in like a minute and a half, kind of some of the things I'd been through. And I was like, oh my gosh, why did I do that? Like, why did I say that? And I was like, again, I'm like sweating. I'm like, oh my God, everyone's judging me. I can't wait for this to be over, but I don't want to just walk out. So
takes a lot of courage.
Oh, thank you. I don't feel like it was courage. I feel like something else made me do it, but I appreciate that. And so it's finally over. I get up to leave, and I get a tap on the shoulder, and I'm like, oh my God, here we go. Someone's gonna like be like, dude, you're like make fun of me or something, because it's all about me. But I turn around and there's this 18-year-old kid, and he said, hey, I'm here in treatment. And I got to tell you, I was going to the bathroom, and I was about to just leave. I was about to go back to the streets. And I heard you start to talk, and I felt like it was the first time in my life someone understood what I went through. So I'm going to go back to treatment and I'm going to like do the thing. And he's still sober to this day. And I left that going like, oh my God, I finally have like a purpose.
Yes.
And so I was like, I went through all of these things to be able to help people like him. And that's when like things shifted. And then that's when I started doing everything, was like, I want to be of service to others. And through that, my life has gotten crazy. Like, it's so good. And so that's that is how I found my purpose in a weird way, is like through my pain, figuring out that, again, that's how I reconciled everything.
Yeah.
It was like, all these things happened for a reason, and that was...
It truly does.
Yeah.
I'm a huge believer in that, especially your story. Thank you for sharing
you're
it.
welcome.
Because it's a very emotional story, right? And I feel like people in the audience, there's people that has gone through the same journey as you, and sharing that really changed lives.
Thank you.
Right?
Yeah.
And the way you're able to change it to something so positive and grow these companies to help even more people, that's absolutely incredible.
Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate it. I think that, and it's funny you say that, because I have a lot of fun. Like, that's like, I mean, I'm like always happy now, and I'm able to shine a light, I think, on dark situations uniquely, that most fundraisers and most mechanisms to raise money for causes are kind of like, they're dark. Like, they're you know what I mean? Like, they're sad, and it is a sad thing, but I prefer to be like, hey, we can have fun and we can come out of this and find fun, unique ways to raise money for those causes. So I think that's one of the reasons people latch onto it too, is like, this is fun. Like, it doesn't have to be like
a sad thing.
Yes.
Yeah. So how is it now? Do you still have that hole?
No, I mean, no, I feel pretty good. I mean, I have my moments, but I for the most part, like, I really feel like this is like, it all makes sense.
Like your calling.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And the more I walk into that and the more I embrace that, the more things open up for me.
Right.
And someone who's been influential in that is David Meltzer. So like, David's a really good friend now, business partner, started as a mentor. I mean, he's still a mentor, but I mean, he's really taught me that like, just go with it. Like, I don't see any more obstacles anymore. It's just like, even when something happens, it's like, well, that's okay. That's just like leading me to something better, right? Like, so, it's like incredible.
It's really incredible. So you've been through so many ups and downs, right? Mm-hmm. Addiction, like going back and doing it over again. For someone who's in the pits, what would be your advice to them to get out of it over and over and over again?
Man, that's a really good question. I think the thing I would tell them is where does it sound, to like lean into it. So to accept that it happened, but it doesn't mean that's who you are. Like, to try and find, again, like me, a lot of people they go, man, I can't help anyone.
Yeah.
Right? Like, what do I have to offer? That's what I thought. And it's like, you have more to offer than you can ever imagine. So when you're in it, when you're sitting there and you're like, man, I hate myself, life sucks, I would honestly say, go help somebody. Like, if you want to change that situation, just show up for somebody. Like, even when you're at your lowest, I've seen some of the people who are at their lowest help people. Man, I'll tell you, like, and transform their lives through that one moment of like giving. So that's what I would say. Just as hard as it is, because you feel like life is happening to you.
Yeah.
But like, if you can just say, hey, you know what? I'm going to go show up for another individual right now. Life gets better. It just does. Almost
like you're disrupting a pattern, right? Of being sad to something way more positive.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So with all of this, right? What is your ultimate goal? Like with...
Oh, that's funny you asked that. Man, am I going to tell you that? Let me think about it. Yeah, I will. No, it's not. Well, there's some people that know it. This is, man, okay. I mean, David told me, he's like, so anybody who knows David actively says he wants to help 1 billion people. That's his goal. Like, it's not money. It's not, accolades. It's not, he just wants to touch 1 billion people and help them in some way. So yeah, and he tells me I have to say this, and I'm like, oh my God. So I have a very lofty goal. My goal with creating Hero Picks and all of the things I do, because we've got like this Beyond Awareness network that we can talk about too, that I'm actually creating right now. My goal is to create the engines that raise the most money in history for nonprofit causes. That is flat out, that is right now what I want to do. And if I fail, that's all right. I still helped a lot of people, but I want to create the mechanisms and engines that do more impact financially in the world for causes and nonprofits than anybody. So that's the path I'm on right now.
I mean, I think you should say it more. I think
that's what he says. He's like, just keep putting it out there. And I'm like, yeah, and he's like, and so what? You fail, and what?
And what? Yeah.
And what? And like, you just did a whole bunch of good in the world, and nobody's gonna remember.
And you get more people enrolled into your vision, which is helping more people. I think it's beautiful.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. So yeah, and I mean that as kind of, since I embraced that outwardly, I got approached through a friend of mine. So what we're doing right now, so we have Hero Picks, and then I'm obviously very tied to the mental health, domestic violence, and sexual assault space. And so we're about to launch this campaign that's called Beyond Awareness. So that topic in this country, those I don't know what you'd say, so the problems of domestic violence and sexual assault. So that is a $1 trillion per year cost to this country.
Wow. Did not know that.
Yeah. So the impact of that, and when I say that, it's because of the after effects. Like, it's not that direct when it happens. It's that when it happens to someone, it leads to addiction, to all these different things, right?
Right, for coping.
Correct. Yes. So it costs the country $1 trillion a year, and that 0.1% of that goes to prevention. So less than 0.1% goes to like actually solving the problem. Less than 15% goes to funds allocated to people when they need them. It's reactive instead of preventative.
Right.
So I've gotten very deep into that space over the last 6 months, and there's all these amazing nonprofits, right? Like there's ones like, and I'll speak specifically to domestic violence, and like if a woman needs to rebuild her life, there's like ones that give them backpacks or give them like clothes or give them a therapy session or whatever they might need in that moment, but they don't know about them. Like nobody knows about them. And especially when you're in that situation, like how do you find that? Like you're like, I'm just trying to like literally get through the minute. Right. And it's all over the place. So we're creating an app right now specifically for those victims of domestic violence and sexual assault, where it's very simple. They can say like, I need to get out of a situation, and they push the button, and it gives them all the resources in that geo-fenced area that are available to them from big to small, and connects them immediately with people at those organizations. It could be, I need a hotel room for the night. I need I need therapy. I need to get to wherever hospital, and it immediately connects them with those resources. And then through that, each one of those amazing resources will have a fundraising page on Hero Picks connected to athletes, creators, sports teams, businesses that support that, to self-fund those privately as opposed to looking for government money, because a lot of them fail when that gets shut off. Right. So we're trying to create this entire self-funding ecosystem for these causes, survivors, all the things in one. So that's something that's coming out now. But
wow, that's genius. I mean, fundraising has been around for centuries, and no one ever thought to innovate it, right?
It's been the same forever. Charity golf tournaments, charity dinners. I mean, there's not really a lot. Like nobody's done anything with it. And I think that's why also people are so gravitated to what I'm doing right now, is that they're just like, they're excited again. Like these people are coming to us and they're like, I don't care if it even raises $1. Like, because I always say, I'm like, hey guys, like I have no idea. Like you're the first organization we've worked with in this space, whether it's like a charity tournament or whatever it is. So I set the bar really low, but they're like, yeah, we don't care. Like we'll try it again next year. Like this is just fun and exciting, and it like invigorates them and their donors too, right? So it's a lot of fun more than anything. But yeah, I hope that it will leave a lasting impact in a lot of these causes.
I truly believe it. I mean, you got me enrolled.
Right? No, I know it's yeah, and it just keeps getting. So we started it as like we're going to use it just for nonprofits. So we had like this one branch, right? Well,
Yeah.
now we've realized like youth sports organizations have reached out. Like, can you help us raise money?
Right.
Churches have reached out. Businesses have reached out. Like, we can tweak this mechanism, this app, quickly to do anything as far as fundraising goes. So like it's not limited to that is my passion.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're already have contracts with like professional sports teams to fundraise and all sorts of weird things that I
So
never
cool.
imagined would be a thing. But yeah.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank
That's
you.
amazing. I want to dive also deep into wealth.
Okay.
You mentioned earlier of, when in the past, when you've attained wealth, you felt just emptiness. And so I feel that's very relatable to some who've attained wealth, right? In that circumstances, you found your calling, a bigger meaning to what you do, right? So what would be your advice to someone who just became a millionaire, who is currently lost and don't really know, like once you got to that point, like what do I do now? Like
That's a great question because, and it's a very common one I'm experiencing with a lot of people right now, where I think it's because you have this goal and you realize like it's just a goal, like, and it doesn't really mean anything other than a number, right? Because like you become a millionaire and like, what does that mean? I don't know. Like it's more, I think people search for, I want to be comfortable. I want to not stress about money, but they put this number attached to it and then they get there and they're like, oh, it's cool. And I tell people, but like my life didn't really change, and so interesting. I mean, that's one of the dinners we're doing next week is tied to the real estate industry. There's a lot of people that are coming that are millionaires, but they're like, I'm like, okay, and what now?
Yeah.
And so, I mean, again, I would lean into, I think, just what, if you can change, like stop thinking about the financial side of it and start thinking about how you can impact people's lives with your money. And I'm not saying to donate, I'm just saying like, what can you bring to the world that makes it a better place? I think they will start to feel a lot better. I know they will, but I'll just say I think. And
you're like, I've been there.
Yeah, I've been there. And what I will say, and this is where I said this was on this panel, I'm the last speaker on this panel recently.
Yeah.
And these are all very successful people. And people are asking like, how did you make more money? And for me, how it's like, no, by giving myself, my time, my resources, my heart, all those things, it amplifies in ways you would never believe. And I think when you really speak to like some of the most wealthy people, it's a very common theme.
It's very common.
Yeah, they just started giving it back, and it creates this like
cycle of giving
this
back.
infinite giving and receiving loop. And then it just compounds like in crazy ways, in ways that people can't even understand. And it's not only the money, right? Like the money compounds, but your growth compounds, and you get put into rooms with people. Like I'm in rooms with people that I would never thought I would sit in the same room with them, and I'm like doing business with them or writing a book with them or like all these crazy things,
That's incredible. I feel like even the society today has shined, like Mr. Beast and MD Motivator, all the people, influencers that are giving back. You think more people catch on? I hope so, right?
I think they will. It's funny to say MD Motivator, but
I just saw him.
Yeah,
recently.
really?
Yeah,
because he's the one that gives all the money away, right?
Yeah.
I'm about to start a project with someone very similar to that. I guess.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I should say. But, yeah. So I think right now we're in a unique time with technology and how accessible everybody is, that I honestly think right now more than ever people are searching for what is the meaning of this. Like I really do. Like I feel like people are like, okay, like why are we doing this? Why are we making money? Why am I here? Why? And it's as confusing as ever, I think, for people. So it's like kind of going back to that a lot more, right? And so I think they will. I think people, like you just said, I mean, he's insanely popular. Like both of those people, obviously Mr. Beast and MD Motivator, but like I think more people will latch onto it. I think the younger generation is a lot more aware of that. Like they're,
Definitely.
yeah, right. Like, and again, people hate on social media a lot, and I did, I did for a long time, and I wasn't
You're
even
so
on.
good at it now.
No, I'm
though.
not. I'm horrible. Like that's the thing. Like, I mean, it's funny because I think I posted something about it the other day. Like I go completely against what everybody tells me to do. They're like, you're great at it. I'm like, I just do me. Like I'm very raw and real.
I think that's the thing, though, because social media has geared more towards being raw and real, because
Mm-hmm.
people are so relating to you.
Yeah, no, I know. And then it is, yeah. Like I
Yeah.
think I don't know if I even told you this. Like I went from, I had like 5 Instagram posts until like last summer, and then now, and I take breaks, like, and they're like, you need to post more, but I think I have like a couple 100,000 now over the
Yeah.
last 3 months, and I don't like, it's like with my phone, I'm like, I don't have a team, I just do things that I think people would want to hear, and it
Yeah.
like, yeah, I mean, my follower group is it's like 6-year-olds to like 80-year-old women. It's just like this.
There's like no central
no, there's no,
demographic.
everyone's like, you need an avatar and you need a demographic, and I'm like, I don't know what that would be. So I just keep like one
Yeah.
video is of me with mini Jesus, and one video is like me crying. Like it's just a very random content, but people tend to gravitate towards it, I guess. And if it helps, I didn't really like it at all at first. I'm getting used to it. But I came around, I was like, if it helps one person,
Yeah,
it's okay, I'll do it.
then it makes sense.
Yeah.
What would you say is your definition of philanthropy in this day? Because a lot of times, right, people have a feeling, I have to be wealthy to give back. But I feel like you would have a different definition.
Yeah, 100%. I got introduced as the greatest philanthropist I've ever met recently, and I was like, and this is from someone like very wealthy and like in that circle. I was like I don't know what you're talking about. You've done way more, but he said, he's like, no, it's because of why you're doing it. It's your heart. It's like, it's not the money. It's that like the impact you're leaving in people's lives everywhere we go. He's like, Ryan, everywhere we go, I watch it. You talk to someone and they go and change someone's life.
Right.
And so for me, I think that would be the definition of it. It's not, again, like, I'll relate it back to recovery. So I'm sober for over a few years now, and I go to speak at all these places where people are in treatment. I'm not really relatable anymore. Like I don't really have an impact. Like the people that ask me to come think I do because they're like, oh, you're like this person.
Yes.
But like for the person sitting in it, they're like, I'm not going to be that person. How do I can't even, I've hardly been able to stay sober for 24 hours. How am I going to get there?
Yeah.
So like the person who is 24 hours sober is more impactful than me.
They're
I feel
closer to it.
right? Like,
Right.
so I think that, again, it goes back to like, no, you don't have to have, philanthropy is just showing up for another person at the core of it, right? Like it's impacting a cause or a person in a way that they can't do themselves. That's it. So like, you don't have to have anything. Like you can, I mean, look at MD Motivator. Like he probably started just going around like helping someone, like, here's a sandwich. I don't know. Like, like, and now he's able to give them like, here's a car.
Right.
But like, I guarantee you he didn't start giving them a car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Start small.
Yes, exactly. Just
Yeah.
start. Like just start. And I really believe that the smallest acts change the world. And I will tell you, so this is, my whole life changed from one small act from another human being. The entire reason we started the charity event, which the charity event started my nonprofit, which started me getting on podcasts, which started all of these projects I'm doing right now, all started from one moment about less than two years ago. So I spoke about him earlier. His name's Eddie Lack. So Eddie played in the NHL. He's from Sweden. He's into real estate here now. 2 summers ago, my youngest son, he made the travel hockey team as like a younger kid. He's a goalie. And right after he met, he was so excited. He ended up in Phoenix Children's ICU for a week. And we thought we were going to lose him. Like multiple times, there was 3 times where they're like, yeah, he's not going to make it. And
That's scary.
yeah. And so we were in the hospital in the ICU, and I got a text message, and I didn't have the number, and it was Eddie. And we had mutual friends. I'd never met him. And he sent my son a video. See, I'm going to cry now. He sent my son a video that said, hey, you don't know who I am, but I played as a goalie. I'm old now, but like, and he's not that old, but he's like, we're goalies, so we stick together. So you're going to get through this. And when you get through this, we're going to be buddies, and I'm going to come out and like play with you. And you're going to be one of my best friends, Valentino.
Yeah.
And so like, that was huge in that moment. My kid immediately perked up. And so then he found out that my kid's favorite team was the New Jersey Devils, and he had the Devils send him a video of saying like, hey, Tino, you're going to get through this, buddy. And then they become super close. We had this big event at the rink where Tino gave him a gift and everyone cried, and like, but it was like that single, like, Eddie didn't have to
Act
do
of kindness.
He didn't have to, like, he didn't know me. And people were like, oh, it's no, like, for him to take time out of his day to help someone in that way, just to try and put a smile on a kid's face for a second, that relationship started the event, started everything. So it's like him doing that one small random act of kindness. I really believe, now look at the impact I'm having.
It's like a domino effect.
Yes, right? And so, and I think that's how it all starts. Like, it's like when you get a coffee from someone and you like give them a compliment, you know, that can change their life. Like, it truly can, right? Like, they could be in the worst day of their life and you're like, hey, I really like that shirt you have today. And they're like, really? And I'm like, yeah, that's like
even
super
smiling
cool.
at someone.
Right? Yeah. So I really think that those tiny little acts of kindness are the things that change the world. Like, I mean, I wouldn't be where I am today if it wasn't for that. I'm not saying that I wouldn't be helping people but it would be.
But it started it. Yeah.
100%. It was like a catalyst and then that event happened and I was like, it gave me the confidence to step out of everything I was doing to be like, I can help people and support myself. Right? Like, it was just that one event that, you know, and it was a struggle at first trying to figure that out and even reconcile how to do it and be okay with like even essentially making money helping people. All that was even a struggle for me. But it was that one little moment of kindness. So like, that's again like what I would say to someone, like, you don't have to have, like, the biggest impact doesn't come from money. It comes from like showing up as one human, showing up for another human. And I think for people struggling for purpose, for me, I think purpose for everybody is just like that, is just showing up for another human being. Like, it doesn't get, when you really help someone, I don't know if it ever gets any better than that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like really,
it's
we spend,
priceless.
Right? You spend all this time and all this resources and all this effort trying to like get all these things. Yeah. But the one thing that fulfills you the most and gives you even the highest probably like rush, the highest like all of the things is free. Yeah. Like, you don't have to do anything but like help somebody.
I think the great thing about you, even how we met at Aspire, right? I just met him in the crowd. David Meltzer was talking to a crowd of people. I was like, you know, I would be really cool if David Meltzer is on my podcast. And he goes and introduced to his PR person without even knowing me. And I think it's incredible that you're not only talking about it, but you're living and doing every single day as what you say.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's you know, and that's like, it's really cool to hear you say that. But for me, I don't feel like that's a big deal. Gary Vee, who's someone I've been lucky enough to meet, he talks a lot about that. He's like, I don't know why you don't want everyone to win. He's like, I don't understand that like thought process of like, why don't you want everyone to do well? Like, because, you know, and that's how I think. I'm like, you come up and I'm like, you want to talk to David? He's my friend. Here you go. Like, why wouldn't I? I don't know.
I don't need to know you.
Yeah, like, like, why would I? And then I'll let David decide if he wants to like do it, or Nick, who is like gatekeeper, or not gatekeeper, is PR. But why not? Like, I don't know. But it was.
Yeah, that was super cool to meet someone like that. One of the things, though, I think it's impacting a lot of people, especially addiction, you said. You went back through addiction, had to conquer it several times to be where you are now. And you saw God during the process of that. So what makes this time different, and how can you give advice to someone who's been back and forth, and really make it this final time to not fall back?
So my experience was, you know, just being able to rectify the certain things that happened to me, because I was so mad at God. Like, I was like, I could never understand. I was like, why would you do that to me? Why would you make me go through these things? Why would you hurt me like that? Yeah. Until I was able to see, like, okay, you're strong enough and he put you through that to help other people. right? And so then I was able to forgive God in a way and like establish that relationship again, because for a long time in recovery I was just still so angry. But you know, addiction's a weird thing. So like I've overdosed, I've tried to commit suicide, I've done all those things more than once, and that wasn't enough to keep me sober. And what got me sober this last time was I was in a hotel room, and it was December 31st, and I had missed Christmas. I missed my kid's mom's birthday. I had her presents in my car. And no one called me. No one had called me at Christmas. My kids didn't call me. My mom didn't call me. My dad didn't call me. My sister didn't call me. No one called me. Everyone was like, he's just doing it again.
Yeah.
And I remember I just like had this moment of like, what are you doing, Ryan? Like, as weird as it sounds, but like all these other things didn't scare me. It was the fear of like, no one actually gives a shit anymore. Like nobody, like
they gave up.
Yeah, like they literally have accepted that, like, and so I called for the first time. I called a place and I was like, I need help, and I checked myself in on December 31st. Spent New Year's in rehab, which was an interesting experience. But yeah, well, I woke up on the first and I was like, oh man, really?
Maybe after New Year's.
Yeah, right. But yeah, and then it just like I made a commitment through that like I would not ever do that again, and I would really do everything I could to never do that again. And I think through that process, I was someone who was like, I didn't hurt anybody. That's what I told myself.
Yeah.
I was like, because I just hurt myself. I just spent my money and I just did all these things. And I was like, no, like I took time from people, which is the most
precious. Yeah.
It's the worst way you can hurt somebody, right? So I took time from my kids, from my mom, from my sister, from my dad, from my friends. And so learning that was really, I was like, no, like I hurt people in the worst way. And so that was like the catalyst. And then, but at the end of the day, I had to get to a place where I wanted to do it for me, you know, because you can't do it you can do it for other people to start, but in the long term, you have to get to a place where you feel like you deserve it.
Right.
And I had to get there, you know. So God willing, God willing, I keep on this path. It's honestly a day-to-day thing. I just wake up every morning, I'm like, this is what I'm doing today.
Sounds like a mindset change.
So the program that I went through and that I believe in, a lot of people don't understand. It's a spiritual change. So like it's you have to go through, they call it a spiritual sickness. Like there's a lot of mental, like there's a lot of science behind it and stuff, but really like the shift change for me came from like just a spiritual change, like a spiritual experience, which led to a spiritual change, which led me on the path that I'm on today. Yeah.
That's incredible. I want to close this off to, let's say you're 90 years old right now.
Okay.
And you're looking back to all the things you do. What would be something that you want to change, or something that you want to wish to move faster, or something that you would tell your younger self, like, hey, slow down on this and focus more?
Like currently or over the time period of my life? Like what I would tell myself right now or tell myself earlier in life? I mean,
I would say right now.
Right now.
Do you feel like you're in the path of everything falling into place?
Right now I do.
Yes.
But I would tell myself what I would tell my younger self, it's going to be okay. Like if that's the one, like it's going to be okay and you're going to be okay and it's all going to work out. That's what I would tell myself. Yeah.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Well, thank you, Ryan.
You're welcome. Thank
for
you
being here.
Yeah, this was great.
Yeah.